Hi guys! Hi! Welcome to my YouTube channel, my first try on YouTube. My name is Edidiong. I'm a social worker and a social entrepreneur with 5 years experience of providing perinatal mental health care services for women and their partners during the perinatal period. And then for those of you who don't know me and you're wondering what is the perinatal period, I'll define for you what I have defined that to be the perinatal period. I consider the perinatal period to be a combination of the preconception, pregnancy, and the postpartum period. And interestingly, I am a preconception mother, and on this journey, I'll be sharing with you my own truth, my own experiences on the journey, 28 months into trying to conceive. Now, how do you keep your cool as a preconception mother, as a preconception couple? How do you handle the conversations going on or the side talks that you hear? How do you keep your anxiety down? So I'm going to share with you a story. 1 month into our marriage, when we got married, we were already planning to have babies almost immediately. So I remember 1 month in, my menses had delayed, 15 days, and came through 15 days after it had delayed. And here was I thinking, is it that I had a miscarriage or I must have, still be pregnant and be seeing my menses. You know that story of, or you might be pregnant and then still seeing your menses. That was what I thought happened. But I decided to take a test eventually, and the test came back negative. And at this time, my anxiety levels had gone to a certain level. Now, we live in a society where, some preconception mothers are not allowed to have these conversations. But I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things I have been doing that has kept me smiling like this and has reduced my anxiety level on this journey. The number one thing I came to the realization that being anxious is inevitable. So if you're out there like me as a preconception mother trying so hard to calm your nerves, especially at the beginning of your cycle rather, it might not just be possible. And this is the reason. Take for an instance, you went in for an exam, you're expecting the results to come in through via your email or on the board or something. And then, regardless of the result, by the time you get to the board, your anxiety, there's this push of adrenaline that just comes, and that's what happens as a preconception mother. You are, as long as you're actively trying to conceive, you have expected something and it's not coming true. So your natural self is just going to be anxious. So you may be able to calm your nerves much later, but at the beginning, being anxious might not just be visible. Not being anxious might not just be visible. So don't bite yourself so hard. When I came to that realization, these were the 4 other things I started doing. The number two thing I have been doing when I realized that anxiety might not just be that visible. Second thing I have been doing is to come to the realization that anytime I woke up and I could breathe, that was God telling me, hey daughter, I still have you in mind. I'm going to do a miracle in your life. And when I wake up and I could move my limbs, I could still go around my activities, I could breathe, I could give hope back to the people around me. That was me. That was God telling me, I still have you in mind. The number three thing I did was to promote a safe space in my house. So I like nice smells. So I made sure that my house smells nice, there's the right lighting, it's always clean, so that I feel inspired and I don't feel down. The fourth thing rather now I did was to make sure that I identify the right set of people around me who were very objective in their comments and in their responses about the conversations regarding my preconception journey. People who were not just going to, pass random comments. They were people who were passing random comments. They are still people, but I shut them out in some ways and made sure that I listened to very objective conversations and took that in rather, because I didn't want people to invalidate what I wanted and when I wanted it, because I wanted to have babies almost immediately. So you would hear things like, when did you get married, that you're already, looking for a baby actively. But I wanted what I wanted, and at that time, whatever it is I want, and at the time I want it, for me, I believe is valid, and I don't like it when people try to invalidate that. That might be your story too, but I made sure that I identified the right set of people. The last thing that I did, which is very important, that I'm still doing, is I realized that I am someone that was born with a purpose, and I'm very energetic. Yeah, so I made sure that I keep living that purpose and giving back to the society, because that is what I have been created to do. Like I said, I am a social worker that's been in the last 6 years providing perinatal mental health care services for women and their partners during the perinatal period, which is a combination of the preconception, pregnancy, and the postpartum period. So yes, I don't have my babies yet, but I have been actively supporting, leading a team that is supporting women and their partners so that they can stay mentally healthy during the perinatal period. This has been my 5 tips on how I've been coping, keeping my anxiety and putting the smile that you're seeing on my face on. Number one thing I said was anxiety may be inevitable. Number two thing I said was to stay thankful and hopeful. Number three thing I said was to promote a safe space. Number four thing I said was to identify the right set of people in and around you that would give you positive conversations and conversations that will not invalidate what you want. The fifth thing I said was if you have a purpose like me, or if you're passionate about something, you may want to leave it out to the fullest while you go on this journey. This has been the 5 things I have been doing, and interestingly, I'm still hopeful, and I'm going to be going on this journey, some more, trusting God to come true as I go on this journey. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share this video, like, and subscribe to this channel. This has been my time here, and I will see you on the next as I come to share more stories with you regarding my preconception journey. It has been me here. Bye!